Turnbull says one update to labor law may leave gaps elsewhere in law. White coat ceremony for first BVI class of PHSU students. Strategic energy discussions to support BVIEC health ministry. Target spike in diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. We have the details of this and much more when 284 News returns.
Life is unpredictable, and when a storm is coming, having a plan can make all the difference.
We need a plan in case of a hurricane. Everyone, let's work together on this.
This is where we go in case if we need to evacuate. This is safe away from flood zones.
I will use this room as our secure space if we have to stay home.
Don't forget to save our local contacts and also our off-island contacts.
Right, and we need to have a plan for our pets too. They can't go to shelters, so we need a safe place for them.
In case we get separated, we should have a meeting spot. How about the community center?
That's good, and we can leave a note there too.
I feel safe knowing we have a plan.
With a plan, you're not just preparing for the worst, you're taking control of the situation. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Friday, July 11th, 2025. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us and a happy Friday's wish to all. While not against the validation of labor inspections, Representative for the 2nd Electoral District, the Honorable Melvin Mitch Turnbull, who once served as Labor Minister, is urging the government to look at the Labor Code 2010 in a holistic manner. Last week, the House of Assembly passed the Labor Code Bill 2025, which now empowers the minister to appoint labor inspectors, which did not happen when the new labor code came into effect in 2010. Turnbull said this is not the only issue which needed addressing in the 2010 labor code. He said there are a number of deficiencies in the code and the government is the one who would not, however, be left to the disadvantage. Turnbull said they must ensure they are strengthening one area and they are not leaving a loophole in another area. And he singled out the retirement benefit, which the code says employers must put in place for their employees.
And I'm drawing that reference, Mr. Speaker, not to say I'm putting an extra burden on any other business owners or businesses in the territory, but this is a benefit that exists in the law of 2010. It was extended to April of 2011 to give persons a chance to understand. I don't know, Mr. Speaker, because I would have left that industry in 2013, but I don't know where we are in terms of businesses providing these retirement benefits for their employees. What I would say is that in the absence of them being compliant with the law as it is, the burden falls back on the government system. Because if persons don't have enough outside of their social security benefits that they will have if they're making contributions, and the government says you are mandating to put this in place for your employees at the time of their retirement so that they can have something to walk away, and you don't, then those persons are going to end up in the system seeking assistance. So it's going to be a continuous burden. So I'm just drawing the reference, Mr. Speaker, on that aspect to just show there are many other areas. Health and safety is another one, but there are many other areas in this particular legislation, piece of substantial legislation, that we need to review to see what else we could do.
Ponce Health Sciences School held its white coat ceremony yesterday to welcome its very first cohort of students as its School of Medicine in the British Virgin Islands ahead of the start of the school's fall 2025 semester. Now, the class made up of 40 students, including the BVI, Puerto Rico, and the U.S., received their white coats. Take a look at this report. They swore the Hippocratic Oath during the ceremony, which was held at the Eileen L. Parsons Auditorium at the H. Lavely Stout Community College on Tortola. This white coat ceremony not only welcomes our inaugural MD class in Tortola, but also underscores the quality and rigor of our 4-year Doctor in Medicine curriculum, which has earned preliminary accreditation from Accreditation Commission on Colleges of Medicine, noted Dr. Gino Nashilio, presented of PHSU. He also said it also highlights PHSU's commitment to upholding the high standards of the program while expanding access to excellence in medical education. The ceremony was attended by notable representatives of the government of the Virgin Islands, including Dr. the Honorable Natalie Wheatley, Premier of the Virgin Islands, the Honorable Vincent O. Wheatley, Minister for Health and Social Development and 9th District Representative, the Honorable Sharibi De Castro, Minister for Education, representatives of the PHSU School of Medicine, including Dr. David Lemhim, CEO, Dr. Gino Nashilio, President Dr. Ann Peterson, Dean, and Dr. J. Daniel Perez, Vice President of Operations, as well as parents and relatives of students, among other participants. Inaugurating this School of Medicine is very significant because it is also desired opportunities to have graduate medical education in the BVI. Students will have the opportunity to learn in our beautiful territory and gain valuable skills that they can use in their own communities, said the Premier of the Virgin Islands, Dr. the Honorable Natalie D. Wheatley. He said, additionally, we are very excited to welcome PHSU BVI School of Medicine's first class of students, and we have no doubt they will enjoy their time in the BVI. The PHSU BVI School of Medicine reaffirms their commitment to supporting local communities by creating pathways for aspiring physicians to serve and uplift the region. This was stated by Dr. E. Ann Peterson, Dean of PHSU BVI School of Medicine. Additionally, stating, and I quote, "Through high-quality medical education, we aim to help address healthcare needs and improve access to care across the islands." The BVI Electricity Corporation was pleased to host Mr. William Ashby, Division Chief of the Economic Infrastructure Division at the Caribbean Development Bank, and his delegation on Tuesday, June 24th, 2025, at its Long Bush headquarters. Take a look at this report. The high-level engagement marked a significant step in advancing the BVIEC's ongoing efforts to modernize the energy sector in alignment with the corporation's strategic plan for 2026. During the visit, Mr. Asprey and his team met with BVIEC's General Manager Dr. Neil Smith, along with members of the senior leadership team. The discussions centered around key areas of development, including renewable energy generation, improvements in energy transmission and distribution, and the deployment of smart metering technology. These priority areas reflect the BVIEC's forward-thinking approach to creating a more resilient, cost-effective, and sustainable energy framework for the British Virgin Islands. The meeting also offered an opportunity to align BVIEC's strategic goal with the CDB's Accelerated Sustainable Energy and Resilience Transition 2030 framework. Speaking after the meeting, Mr. Ashby stated, and I quote, "The Caribbean Development Bank looks forward to supporting the development plans of the BVIEC as it leads the transition of the energy sector to catalyst the sustainable development of the territory and improve lives and livelihoods of the population by reducing the cost of energy and improving the reliability and resilience of energy services. The CDB team appreciates the productive discussions and the vision shared by the corporation's senior management, which aligns closely with CDB's Accelerated Sustainable Energy and Resilience Transition 2030 framework." General Manager of BVIEC Dr. Neil Smith expressed appreciation for the visit and the ongoing partnership with the Caribbean Development Bank, stating, and I quote, "We were honored to welcome Mr. Ashby and his team to our headquarters for their vital discussions. Their interest and support are invaluable as we advance our mission to transform the energy landscape in the Virgin Islands. The alignment between our strategic plan 2026 and the CDB's 2030 framework underscores the shared commitment to a greener, more resilient future for our communities. The BVIEC say they remain committed to delivering reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy services to the people of the Virgin Islands, and collaborative efforts with regional partners such as the Caribbean Development Bank are crucial in turning these goals into reality. Up next, Talking Points team rejects myth that locals avoid jobs. We have much more coming up after a quick commercial break.
My name is Henry Bosch. I work for PPG. I'm here to explain to you the use of the Deltron NXT paint line and Enviro-based high performance, one being solvent-borne and the next being water-borne. The difference is that one is totally manufactured with rosins and thinners and all the good stuff that solvents bring versus our new technology, which is waterborne, which is 100% latex. What we're gonna do is that we reduce the solvent-borne with a DT885, which is a mid-temp reducer. And the waterborne uses T494, which is a waterborne reducer. We will today be using either DCU 2042, which is a speed clear, or we will be using DCU 2021, which is a classic. We have here our equipment. We have 8-ounce measuring cups, and we also have our 32-ounce mixing cup. We will also have with us our Venturi. This is a blower for us to dry the waterborne paint, which speeds up the process. The good thing about waterborne paint is that as soon as it evaporates, you're good to go. So now Gilligan will dilute the waterborne paint with the waterborne reducer. We made 8 ounces, that would be 1.6 ounce. It always has to be properly mixed until we get an even mixture within the paint mixing cup. So when we spray, we want to see uneven coats of color. So right now we're filling our paint gun with 8 ounces of diluted paint. We're gonna see how far 8 ounces will take us. Waterborne paint seems to look blotchy on your first coat. Don't pay no mind to that. Don't try to achieve full coverage on your first spray. Excellent. Let it dry. So the process in waterborne is 2 even coats, and then we have what we call a dust coat. Well, now we're gonna have Mr. Brown apply the first coat of clear on his waterborne panel. We'll let it flash off, and then he'll come back and coat it with his second coat to finish it off. As you had seen in the previous shots, we had a little blotchiness, and you'll see some patches. That's all due on purpose to sandpaper to prove that with Enviro-based high performance, all technicians, the body work has to end at 800 grit or plus. Well, Enviro-based is like we're trying to shift everyone into that slowly but surely. The entire west coast of the United States and all of Canada has already been on waterborne for the past 10 years. And now soon it'll be the eastern seaboard, which covers the Caribbean. So when that happens, we'll all be affected. So it's best to start now, start trying and applying waterborne, because eventually everyone will be on it. And referring to technicians, it's less harmful because it doesn't have all the toxic chemicals that solvent-borne paints do.
Welcome back, everyone. The Ministry of Health and the BVI Health Services Authority say there is growing concern over rising cases of diabetes, heart disease, as well as cancer across the Virgin Islands, with more cases now appearing among younger residents. In response, the ministry has launched Read Loud, a national awareness initiative focused on nutrition, preventative care, and lifestyle education.
In the BVI, the number of cases of things like diabetes and heart conditions on the rise. And while those numbers are going up in instances, we've seen the ages are also coming down. We saw a case recently of a cancer patient, who I think one of the youngest cancer patients with that particular cancer was a young lady in her 30s. So we are almost at a crisis point right now. And a lot of it is caused by our dietary habits. And Read Loud is bringing our attention to healthy eating. That's why we have the Eat Well guide, or there also we have the diabetes guide. And we did a demonstration at one match showing how to eat healthy foods, particularly a lot of things that we like to eat traditionally, in the ways we did traditionally, and the way they're prepared with the teaching process, how to prepare these same foods healthier. For example, I love Johnny cake, but it's not the healthiest thing to eat. Right. But if you know how to do a Johnny cake better, I wouldn't get some of those things. So the whole idea is to, because we're looking at a crisis more than we've seen, we had a cancer conference also, because again, we are seeing the cancer cases it's worldwide, but in the BVIEC we're most concerned about, we're seeing these numbers rising all the time. So we should also push it again, men to get their regular screenings. People are dying of prostate cancer, colon cancer in men, because men tend not to go to doctors regularly. So when we're seeing patients now, they're already stage 4. Because they feel so sick they can't walk. Let me go to the doctor now. But it's too late. So when I'm urging all, particularly the young men, to get those regular screenings, once a year, twice a year, depending on your age. Because you don't have to die from these things at all. Okay. And dialysis patients, again, the persons who are on dialysis plus those waiting to go on dialysis, the waiting list is growing.
Yeah, and I heard the figures and the cost.
Yes.
Is getting astronomical.
At a recent public forum, the Cancer Prevention Conference also spotlighted the link between nutrition as well as long-term disease risk. Local nutritionist Gabriel Joseph presented everyday habits that may increase the likelihood of cancer and offered alternates to reduce exposure.
I would encourage everybody to go and watch that cancer conference. I want to give kudos to the Health Services Authority, BVI Cancer Society, the ministry, of course, all who collaborated on that cancer conference. But let me show you how everything is connected. We're talking about social protection. We're talking about cost of living. We're talking about all of these things. Healthcare is very expensive. And of course, the government spends millions and millions of dollars on our healthcare, whether through the NHI, through the Health Services Authority, through the different types of grants that social development has to give out to persons because of the health challenges. We could save ourselves a lot of money individually and as a territory if we paid better attention to our health. And then we can spend some of that money that we're spending on health, whether individually or whether as a nation. We could spend it in other areas, in building resilience, becoming a healthier society, and focusing on all the other priorities.
The ministry is encouraging residents, especially men, to schedule regular health screenings and make gradual changes to eating and exercise habits. During a recent episode of Talking Points radio program, local hosts Elvin Grant, Damian Grange, and Violet Gall all weighed in on the topic of Virgin Islanders not wanting to work or take up certain roles within the job market. Mr. Grant was at the time speaking and congratulating the recent graduates across the territory and stated that we must give our young people a fighting chance.
The first thing I want to say is obviously there's been a host of graduations around the territory. And I just want to congratulate all of the young people, the parents, the teachers, everyone that worked to make this a success.
Yes.
And I just also wanted to say that, we've got to give our young people a chance. We just can't keep paying lip service to the fact that young people are the future, but don't provide a pathway for them.
Yes, I agree.
And I think it's just so important. At my organization, we've got 11 people now, and they're all BVI Landers or belongers.
Okay.
So the notion that BVI Landers don't want to work and are not productive is a bit of a fallacy.
Host Violet Gall said she was tired of the notion that Virgin Islanders don't want to work.
I am so tired of hearing people belittle BVI Landers. I sit down around tables, I sit in company with people, and some of these people have background from the British Virgin Islands, and they're adults, and they complain about every little thing and criticize every little thing. And some things are warranted, but they're doing it in a company of people who have come here from their country to make a better life. So if we were that bad, why would we, have all these people to want to come and live among us?
While Mr. Damian Grange also weighed in on the conversation, stating that while he agrees that Virgin Islanders are hardworking and have built the territory from the ground up, he said we cannot overlook that there are some gaps and major causes for concern within the job market.
I am going to agree with both of you
Thank
on the fact that we do have young people and people in the Virgin Islands that work really hard.
Sure.
The fact that the BVI is where it is today is a testament to the work Virgin Islanders have put in. However, there is something that I think is at this point urgent. And in our discussion to be glossary, we should not push aside these very important conversations.
Right.
Because not from me, but from the business sector in general, you do have local companies that want to employ. So at your level, Elvin, you're not going to have an issue.
Right.
But across the board, in the tourism sector, in the service industry, you are not finding young people exploring those opportunities. And so when you talk about it on the wider level, there is a cause for concern. And we should celebrate the fact that persons are working and Virgin Islanders are productive, but we should not exempt the fact that this should be an urgent consideration for us to figure out a way to start to get, because in your generation coming up, you did the service jobs,
of course, absolutely,
and you worked your way up.
Up next, young minds explore journalism and live production firsthand with Tweet 4 Media. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come. Yes,
Good
Sonny.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on. You must have cut fun to people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man forget you.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Just give me my service.
Yeah. Just give me my service.
Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, Life Unlimited.
Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for sticking with us. Students from the Alexandrina Maduro Primary School received an inside look at the world of media during a recent visit to the 284 Media studio. Here's a look at how things went down.
We arrived around 9:48 at 284 Media Studio in Rotown, and we were eager to take on the day ahead. Our class was split into 3 groups: visiting reporter, multimedia, and camera control. We were the reporters group led by Miss Jacka Woodin.
Hello, my name is Mercuria St. Clair. I'm in the heart of Rotown, and I can see some construction.
My name is Braden Graves, and we are in Rotown, Tortola, in front of CCT, BVIEC. So as you see behind me, we have the fire station. It is undergoing repairs, and yeah.
My name is Jalard Kyla Jimenez. We are reported here in the capital, Tortola, British Virgin Islands, and the opposite of the fire station would be repaired.
Hi, my name is Sanjana Umro, and I am reporting on the behalf of 284 Media. And as you guys can see, we are in front of the fire station, and it is currently being repaired.
Hello, my name is Lemori. My name is Damien, and we are from Alexandrina Maduro Primary School, and we come here to talk about the weather on behalf of 284 Media. So, as you can see outside, it's partly cloudy, and it is 86 degrees Fahrenheit and 30 degrees Celsius. It's pretty windy out, and it's very hot.
My name is Francina Valdez. We are at the heart of Rotown, and there's construction going on over there.
My name is Alasia. I am here in Rotown, Tortola, and as you can see behind me, I'm standing in front of a fire station where over here they're doing construction. The weather is mainly sunny but has a lot of clouds and it's kind of windy.
My name is Ray J and this is Alana Robots. Today we will be talking about CCT. The importance of CCT and 284 Media. CCT is a very important company because it sells phones and electronics and more. And it's important with videos too and photos. 284 Media does recording and a lot more. I will really recommend CCT for internet, phones, and other devices. Thank you.
I am Elia Martin.
I am Tavia Hodge.
How was your experience at 284 Media?
It was great.
What have you learned at 284 Media?
I learned about a lot of stuff.
My name is Dominic Richards. What's your name?
My name is Janice Stevens.
Well, how was your time at 284 Media?
It was good.
And what have you learned at 284 Media?
A lot.
My name is Kinasnik. What's your name?
My name is Keja Maduru.
And how was your experience at 284 Media?
My experience at 284 Media was incredible because I learned about a lot of equipment and new stuff I didn't know.
And what other things have you learned here?
I learned how they edit the video before they publish it, and sometimes they publish it without editing it.
Hello, my name is Jante Ellis. What is your name?
My name is Cameron Tubman.
Okay. How was your experience at 284 Media?
It was good, despite the fact that I was kind of late to the party in a way.
Oh, that's interesting. So what exactly did you learn at 284 Media?
I learned the equipment that they use and how they work with the whole production of videos.
What equipment did you use?
The audio transmitters, the mic, the camera, the audio board.
That's nice. So, would you ever consider coming back to 284 Media or use it as a summer job?
Depends on how I feel.
My name is Sanjana Omro. What is your name?
My name is Kelia Jackson.
How was your experience at 284 Media?
Amazing, and I would definitely want to come back.
Okay. What did you learn at 284 Media?
I learned how to report the news, how to set up the camera. I learned about the mics and the different equipment they use at 284 Media.
My name is Limori Forgas.
And my name is Amelia Pemberton.
So, how was your experience at 284 Media?
My experience was very fun. I learned new stuff that I never knew about.
What are some stuff that you learned at 284 Media?
I learned how to use the cameras and the lenses. I learned how to use the mic and connect it to the camera.
My name is Amari Mitchell, and your name is?
My name is Braden Graves.
How was your experience at 284 Media today?
My experience at 284 Media was good.
What did you learn today?
I learned how to do news reporting.
How would you like to come back to 284 Media as a summer job or a job and career when you're older?
It depends on my finances.
Okay, thank you. That's all for today.
And that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284 Media and 284 BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. Have a safe and enjoyable evening as well as weekend. Happy Friday. Goodbye.